Hello coaches, welcome back to another Modern Soccer Coach Breakdown. This week we're going to look at one-touch passing combination play, perfect for a warm-up to start a high-tempo training session. If you want the details of the exercises, you can get them on the link below as well. We've got a Modern Soccer Coach high-tempo pass and resource available as well. If you like these types of exercises, please check that out. Here we go, one-touch passing combinations. Alright, we always start these exercises and these videos off with why would you use them, and the reason why you would use a one-touch passing combination exercise to start a training session is because it can challenge the players technically to get them going and focused initially. It's that high level of different types of passes. You've got the bounce pass, you've also got little small combination passes, you've got different angles in that there, so the technical challenge is a little bit higher, and then you add to that the tempo that one touch brings, and all of a sudden you've got a physical component, you've got the technical component, and you've got the focus as well, and a little bit more engagement. So it can be a really, really good way to start an exercise and bring it into a high tempo training session. And as well as that, there's a transfer element as well, where if you're working on combination play or there's an attacking exercise with final third work, it's really, really good to start that little bit of movement, that quick combination play in the final third, or that quick combination play even to break a press in your own third. It can be really, really good for that too. So a lot of transfer, and as well, it gets the tempo really high. Let's look at 3 exercises. Okay, so the first has got a diamond with 2 players at each one, and it's very, very simple. Players stay where they are, and it's a pass into the furthest player, and it's then the combination underneath that player to go diagonal again. After the pass, after the long pass, players change, so they get the repetition in terms of moving in a combination play and then the longer pass, and then you can also add 2 balls if you want to increase the tempo here. But this is a good exercise just in terms of maybe starting a training session before everyone's got warmed up. And you've got different types of technique. You've got the long pass, you've got the combination pass, and then as well, if you add that second ball, you've got the tempo added to it as well. So a good exercise to get everyone going, and a good exercise to start with that technical framework too. The second one's got a little bit of variation and high technical challenge here, especially that second pass from the number 11 to the 7 where it goes across first time, and then it's a bounce pass and then diagonal. Players are constantly moving here, and that's part of the challenge where the ball is played and the other player moves. You've got to move quickly because that space has got to be filled because that ball's going to be arriving quick. So if you're a coach here and you're looking at modifying this to make it a little bit more difficult, maybe you move the cones a little bit closer and you increase the speed of the exercise. Increasing the speed can also increase the technical challenge. And then as well, you've got those different types of passing angles too. So a good exercise in terms of variation, and also a good exercise in terms of different types of technique as well, with that one-touch pass going across and going down and then going back up. You've got different variations which can also replicate that combination play in a game. Alright coaches, we take a quick break here. If you enjoy the passing combination play, we have 30 of these exercises, 30 more of these exercises. We haven't even included these ones. 30 high-tempo passing exercises available on an ebook. It comes as a PowerPoint, so you've got the video of the exercises and the breakdown and some progressions with them as well. Really, really good resource if you're a big fan of just varying the types of work you're doing every single day, and then looking at maybe some more ideas on how you can transfer the session to the game in terms of the game model or in terms of your philosophy. 30 exercises available as a PowerPoint. You get them right away, available on the link below. Thank you. And our last one-touch passing exercise involves the whole team. 2 balls working here. You've got bounce passes and combination play all the time. So follow your pass, go and combine. Follow your pass, go and combine. Again, you've got different types of distances, different types of angles. 2 balls going, so players are constantly moving. There's a little bit of a challenge with that tempo. And there's also that challenge technically with those combination plays. So 2 types of passes. That first pass is probably played in a little bit harder. That bounce pass, that return pass is more at an angle. So a little bit more attention and focus is needed to make sure that that pass is at the right location, at the right weight. A really, really good exercise to get everyone involved, and a team exercise where you can maybe relate that to combination play on the game itself. So there you have it, coaches, just some ideas around one-touch combination play. I'm a big fan of bringing in those types of exercises that just allow you to play at a higher tempo and allow players to experience that and be challenged by that there, rather than two-touch, three-touch passing exercises. Sometimes they move a little bit slower. Now, there's always a debate around whether unopposed practices have any relevance to the game, but it doesn't mean you have to do it for 20, 30 minutes. You can do these exercises for 3 sets in 90 seconds or 3 sets at 2 minutes, and you can get out of there in 10 minutes. Use that as part of your warm-up, and then all of a sudden you supplement that with your opposed work, with those decision-making components of the game, and it actually might help bring the tempo into that initially. So you might start at a higher point in terms of tempo and ball movement and players working on both sides of it. So I'm a big fan. I think there's a lot to gain from using them, and I think there's also a lot to gain by having a variation in them, so players are exposed to different types of techniques, different types of angles, different types of ideas. So not using the same one all the time where they do it on autopilot. Bringing different exercises and different ideas to your training, I think, has a number of variations, especially something that you're doing in 10 minutes. And keeping the players thinking, keeping the players engaged. And again, if you want some ideas around that and you want a whole library of them for your training sessions, then get them on the link below, Modern Soccer Coach. We've got them on the PowerPoint, you've got them in the video, you can go through them, you can see them, you can adapt them to suit your team and suit your system and suit your philosophy. Thank you so much. Before you go, if you enjoy it and you want more of these exercises, please just give it a like, please subscribe. I really appreciate the support. I will see you next week. Goodbye.